Annie, Buju. Hello, my knit friends. Glad to be back. Yeah, I haven't posted in a while. Couple months. Because me and my kids, we got the COVID. Yeah. I still got a little side effects, a little trouble breathing and tiredness, but I'm here. Today, I'm gonna show you how to start the earrings like the ones I got on. I made these. I had to make them to match my shirt. I got teardrop one. I actually finished one of them, and I thought, well, I better do a video. I'm behind. And so this is the one I made. Little dangly fringe one. I'm going to show you how to make that today. As you can see, give you an idea what it's going to look like when I'm all done. All right, let's get started. If you're just a beginner and learning how to bead and make earrings, when you go to the bead shop, I have the big spool because I do lots of beading, and I use the D. What is it? Nemo? Yeah. I guess little Nemo, huh? Oh, big Nemo. But yeah, size D I use, and or you can get this for just starting out. If you're a new beader, just get a small one for now, and that'll work. And beeswax. You want the size needle, beading needle, as your beads. The standard is for beading earrings and, you know, lighter cases and all that. A lot of people use the size 11 beads. This is the colors I'm using. I don't know if you can see. The orange, black, and white. These are Delica beads. I really like the Delica beads now that I've got introduced to them. So yeah, but you can use the seed beads or, you know, whichever. All right. I already threaded my needle because with me being blind in my right eye, I have trouble seeing, so I figure I'd do that ahead of time. But you do want to wax your thread. The waxing, it prevents your thread from curling up, and it doesn't get tangled up as bad. And it also holds your beads in place a lot better when you're beading. I usually do it a couple of times. Just run it through like that. And the length of thread you want to use for your earrings or lighter case or whatever, is I use anywhere from 2 to 3 an arm length of thread. This one I got 2 arm lengths. And then, you know, when you're first starting out, this gives you an idea of how much you really actually need when you do your other earring or whatever project you're working on. It just is an estimate. All right. Okay, now you're gonna take your thread and make 2 knots. You want to make it as tight as possible. Yeah, being quarantine and all that, boy, I had to play catch up. All right, there we go. We got our knot. Okay, I'm going to cut this down some. Just leaving enough to burn that rest off. There. Get your lighter and burn, singe it down. Like that. Now we can start beading. There's a couple ways you can do your beads, how you want them sitting. They can stand up and go around, or they can go sideways and around. Either way, whatever you think, you know, you like. You do you, but them are a couple ideas for you. So, let's get started. You know, no matter what, your thread, regardless, will get tangled up easily, you know, so I recommend pulling it through when as you're beading, to pull it slow. You don't want to pull it fast because it'll tangle up more. You'll be spending more time unraveling it. You don't want to do that. And also once you start beading and you do a few of them, say 4 or 5, you put beads on there, stop and take your thread and just go like this a couple of times all the way down and pull it like that, straighten it out like that, get all the unwind it, just unwinding it, and that helps. So yeah, it's difficult when it's all tangled up. Alrighty, now we can get started. I got my all threaded and knotted and burned. So I'm starting out with the black. You start out with whatever color you want. Alright. Give it some room. You don't want your other one too close to that. Alrighty. Now we're going to start. Like I said, I'm going to start with the black bead. Alright. So we're going to pull my bead through, bring it all the way down. Hold my bead, go in the middle, hold your bead, go in the middle of the hoop, pull your string down. Now this is your string that's connected to your needle. Hold your bead. Now you want to go through the bead, go through your bead. This is the string that's connected to your knot right here. Go towards that knot, go through the bead, and pull. Okay. Bring it around to the side where your knot is and pull. See? There we go. See? And you just continue till you get to the other side. Grab your bead, slide your bead down. Slide your bead down. Grab your bead. Oh, where'd my bead go? Oh, it slid down. Grab your bead. Slide your bead down and grab your bead. Go inside the hoop, your needle. Let your needle go inside the hoop and pull it down. And you just repeat the process till you get all the way around. And pull it through. See, and slide it over. Grab your bead, pull it down. Put your needle inside the hoop. Grab it and pull it from underneath. Go through your bead. And pull. Pull and slide. Get another bead. Oops. Hold your bead. Put your needle in the ring. Pull it down. And go through your bead. And pull and slide. You see how the pattern's coming out like that. That's what it should look like. Grab your bead, go in the hoop with your needle and pull it under, and go through your bead. Well, I guess I could go this way, it doesn't matter. Okay, alrighty, and pull and slide. Grab your bead, slide it all the way down, hold your bead, hold your bead, put your needle inside your hoop and pull down. Okay. Okay. Hold your bead. It won't be so complicated once you get to doing it. Go through your bead and pull. You got to make sure you keep going the same way. Don't change it because your bead will lay a different way. See how it's a little off where it's spaced out, but just grab the bead that you put on next to it, that last bead, and just pull it and slide it, see? And it'll go back into place and be a lot better, that's all. Okay. Here we go. Now that I've put a few of them on, I don't want that ball to show where I tied and burnt the thread to seal it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide all this to the other side of the ring. Just keep going. And you don't even have to put that many on. You can just put like three or four. Now I'm going to slide it all the way back to this side. And I'm going to weave it back. I'm going to weave it all the way over here until I can get over here. So with that, I'm going to go down this bead right here next to that one where the string's hanging out. I'm going to go down it. Alrighty. And pull. Make sure your string don't get caught on that. And pull. And give it a little tug to get it in place so it don't be so loose. like that. See how I'm in the second bead now? Now I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go down to the third bead. I'm going to go up that third bead, up it. Since I went down, I'm going to go up the third bead. This time, I'm going to go up the third bead and pull it through. Okay, now the fourth bead, I'm going to go down. You're just weaving it all the way till you get to the other end. Alrighty. Okay, and pull it. Hold your beads in place and give it a little tug so they look nice and straight and there's no threads sticking out. Okay, now I'm going to go up the fifth bead. I'm going up the fifth bead. See? Going up. Oops. Got caught on my tray. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to go down the next bead. Okay. There. And the last one, I'm going to go up. There we go. See? There. Now we can start putting the rest on. There's, on my other earring, there's, turn this around, there's 66 black beads around the hoop. So remember how many, you got to put on for your second earring. So I'm gonna put these on, the rest of them on, and then I'll be back to show you how to do the second row. The first 3 rows are different, but after that they're the same. Alrighty, I'll be back. Okay, so I have a total of 66 beads, the black beads around here. Okay, you want to keep it flat. Anytime you're doing earrings like this, keep it flat. Pat it down on the table. Pat it down on the table. Hold it down on the table like this, and then pull your string like that to tighten your beads up as you're beading. Just hold it flat, because if you don't, they're gonna buckle like that, and then you're gonna have a difficult time getting this flat like that. All right, now we're gonna go on to the next row, which is the white. Okay, we're gonna grab the white. Put a few of them out there. This is a crystal, it's called crystal silk. This is the first time using this one, but this crystal silk one, I don't really like it. It's a very delicate bead. Alrighty, now we're gonna work on the white. Now, before I work on the white, I have the black bead starting on the next row. You see, now you can't see the knot at the end where you started at. Makes it look a lot better. All right, now we're gonna put the first black bead on, and we're gonna go down. You see where the string is coming out of that bead? We're gonna go down through the next bead with our needle. Like that. Go down, grab your needle and pull. Pull it down. Got a little tangled, but that's okay. There we go. Now you see how it's sitting? Well, in order for our thread to get back out through that bead that we just put on, we got to go up the bead. Ready? I'm trying to get it to where you can see it better. All right. We're going to go up that first bead. Right here where we put that first bead on, we got to get back up there, so we got to go behind that bead we went through, behind that one, and go up it. You see? I'm gonna pull these beads apart so you can see. There. Then we go up. Alrighty. Now we can go back through that bead that we just put on. See? Go through that bead that we just put on. Like that. Okay. Give it a little pull. You see? And that's how it should look. Now we can grab our white bead and start our roll of beads. Start our white roll of beads now. You don't have to bring it down. You can hold it right there, but with these beads, they're gonna fray your thread a lot more. I'm gonna show you by holding the bead right there first. All right. Now we're not gonna put the bead on the second one. We're gonna go to the third one. Always go to the next one every time you put a white bead on. Don't go through the one you already went through when you put the first bead on. Go to the next one. Okay? There we go. See? Like that. Now we're going to go behind that bead that we just went through. We're going to go behind that one and go up it. Oops. I'm going to show you so you can see how it looks. See how I went down that bead, the third bead? Now we're going to go up through the second bead, this bead right here. We're going to go up it. Up that bead right there. Go up. Now we're going to go through the white bead that way. The same way towards the way we're putting the beads on. Yeah. Same way we're putting the beads on. Alrighty. Oops. There we go. There we go. And that's how we do this row. Now you see how it's different compared to the first row, that roll of beads we put on. Okay, now we're going to go through the fourth bead because we're putting another bead on. So you don't go through that row that we already went through to put the white bead on. We're going to go to the next bead. Always remember that. Okay. And then we're going to go up that bead behind the bead that we went down. We're going to go up the bead that's behind it. Like that. Okay. Pull it through. Now we're going to go through the white bead that we just put on. Like that. And you just keep doing it. Go down the next bead. And go up the bead behind it. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to go through that bead, white bead, like that. You just continue, keep continuing until you get to the other side. Go to the bead in front. Not the one that you went down already. You're going to go down the next one. Okay. Then you're going to go up the bead behind it. Alrighty. Like that. Then we're going to go through the bead that you just put on. There we go. See? See how your beads are laying sideways? While you're doing that, you just want to give it a little pull. Alrighty. Try to avoid going through your thread when you're going through the bead. What I mean is, when you stick your needle through the bead, the thread that's already gone through it the first time, try to avoid going through that. Say like you don't got enough thread and you cut time, you know, and burn your leftover, get that all taken care of, and then you go to rethread some new thread so you can start back doing your project, putting your beads on. Well, when you're going through these beads, sometimes you can't get your needle through, and then you're like, oh man, what am I going to do now? So that's why you got to avoid going through your thread, because you'll have trouble going through that bead. But yeah, so, but see, I only used one strand of thread. Yeah, see, I went through the thread. That's why it won't come through. Oh, it did. Eh, got lucky. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. But otherwise, you have to string it somewhere else, or, and if you ain't got nowhere else to string it through, yeah, you gotta figure out what you're gonna do then. But anyways, I got it through. My family watched my videos that I posted, you know, and they said they could hardly hear me, so I'm trying to speak up. I have a low voice, so yeah. I'm trying to get louder though, so everybody can hear me. I'm learning. And, you know, I'm doing it off my phone too, so bear with me. Alrighty. By the way, thank you all. I do appreciate you guys all coming and visiting and watching my videos and subscribing to my channel and liking my videos. Please leave a comment. I'd appreciate that. I'd love to read what you got to say. You know, if you got any ideas you'd like, just let me know. Now I'm going to go through that white bead that I just put on so I can make it straight so it'll lay sideways. You can use double thread. Like I said, you're going to have trouble getting through that bead if you go through your thread. But this is why I do the single thread first, just to see. And even if you want to do this double threading, that way you got to keep weaving through your other beads at the ends. We're going to put that last bead on. And you'll notice as you're beading, you're going to find out that you're going to find different ways to do your beading. And it'll be a lot easier that way too, when you discover all these different ways. And you'll be like, wow, yeah, why didn't I think of that earlier, before I started? Yeah, but your next project, you'll have it ready. I always like to bring my bead down here so I got more control of the thread, because I noticed when I just put my bead there and hold it and whatever, and it'll get caught up in my thread. But you do it whatever which way you want. You do you, like I say. You do you. But, I feel comfortable doing it this way. And that's what you got to do. Feel comfortable doing it your way. You'll find out, and you'll get comfortable in your way. I guess that's the best I can explain. Alrighty. Okay, so I got my last bead. I do apologize for my first videos that I've done. I'm new to this. Now we can start our orange and then our white row, and we'll be done. Almost. When we will be done with this part. All right, now I'm going to show you how to put the orange row on. Something happened to my video and it's not showing in my video. I'm out of camera's way, so now we're going to do our third row. I did a class Saturday at Nokomis Cultural Center in Okemos, and I was bringing some of my beadwork that I'd done to show the ladies. And I didn't unpack anything, so I still had everything packed in my containers. Righty, I showed him this one. So we did our black and we did our white. Now we got to do the orange. So you just continue the process until you get to the end, and you just keep doing that like I showed you, and you'll be finished. We're almost done. Yeah, see, I had my black bead here all set, ready to go, and I ended up putting the white one. It happens. So we're just going to take that one out. You just get your needle. Oops. Yeah, you see, it happens, so don't worry about it. You just get your needle, try to get your thread out where you weaved it through. And this is another reason why you don't want to go through your other threads. So when you make mistakes like this, it'll be a lot easier getting your thread out. Otherwise, it's going to tangle up your other threads that you already had sewn in, and it'll fray. So I'm just gonna that one out. No worries. It happens. See? There we go. Just take it out and then pull on it a little bit, and then get your needle and pull on your thread. There's hardly any sun where I live, therefore my vitamin D is low. And my doctor said I had a vitamin D deficiency. And because I couldn't figure out why my teeth kept cracking and breaking. So I was constantly going to the dentist and getting them repaired. And that's when he told me, you know, to get checked out, my dentist. And so I got some tests done. And my doctor said I had a vitamin D deficiency. So my dentist had to remove all my teeth because of the vitamin D deficiency. So now I'm on a vitamin D supplement, and my nails keep breaking because they're so thin. And I also found out, because I couldn't figure out why my skin was so dry. I was like, man, I drink a lot of water, and I feel, you know, like I don't drink enough, but, and then I've been doing some research, and I found out that's one of the things that, you know, people with a vitamin D deficiency, that happens to them. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. So if you're in your state, wherever you are, doesn't get much sun, I talk to your doctor and see, because I didn't even know I had a vitamin D deficiency until this happened. Yeah, so, you know, I recommend talking to your doctor, getting, you know, checked out. You never know. It's no fun. You know, I get depressed, and, you know, my arthritis too, unlimited. My good days, and I have a lot of bad days, but I noticed you know, when I was depressed, it wasn't helping me staying in bed and all that because of my arthritis. I was in so much pain. My back injury and everything, and arthritis set in, and that's why I don't like the rain. The coldness, it really gets to me, but the rain, it just feels, oh, the worst. It took me a while to get back to my beading and all that stuff, but I'm not the healthiest, but I'm here, and that's all that matters. There we go. We just take our bead out however you feel comfortable with, but I do recommend pulling it slow at first until you get used to doing it. That way You know, you don't get too frustrated about it because it's getting tangled up. But just do it slow until you get comfortable enough to get your speed. I guess that's how I want to say it. You know, because getting going and you get all excited, you want to finish your earrings because you want to wear them and be so proud of what you accomplished, you know, right? I know, because I do. Okay, I got another black bead. Got my other black bead. Now you want to flip it around so you can do your next row. And so I'll do my next row. After I get my black bead on, we're going to do the orange. Then you're going to come back and do another row of white. So I had to make this quick one, and I just stopped right here at the white beads. All you need to know is just how to start it. And we've got to get our black bead. Okay, you're going to go through the white bead. Can you see that? I'm going to stick through. You're going to go backwards though. You're going to go backwards through the white bead. There we go, like that. And it's going to sit like that. Alrighty. Now you're going to go through the black bead as well. That's behind that white bead. Just to start. Having little difficulties right here now. I moved my light away so because it was too bright. Alrighty. There. Okay. You're through that bead. That's behind the white bead. Going through that one. See? Here's your thread. Now we're going to go back the other way through the black bead that you just put in. See? There we go. See? Okay. Now we're going to grab an orange bead. And we're going to go through that first white bead again. Like that. Then we're going to go through that orange bead that way. So we can continue our row of orange beads. See? Oops. See? There we go. Can you see it? There we go. And we're just going to continue the process until we get to the other side. Now we go through the next white bead as if we're going backwards. We're stringing it backwards. I guess you could say that. See, I'll turn it around. See? It's just going backwards. When you first put your bead on, you're going to go backwards through the white beads, backwards. And then once you get the orange bead on, you go forward. Go through the orange bead and go forward, like that. See? It's backwards and then forward. Backwards. Oh, my string got caught on my ring. That's why you got to pay attention. I didn't. My fault. There we go. It happens. Now we're going to go forward through the orange bead. Like that. Just pull the bead down. Sometimes they come out of place. Just give it a little pull. Oh, see, it got tangled up again. There we go. That's okay. It'll go back in place. See? There we go. See? Go backwards, backwards into the white bead that's in front of the one. Okay, backwards. See how it went in place? Now we're going to go forward through the orange bead. Okay, there we go. Just give it a little pull. See how your beads sit nicely on? Okay. Go through the next white bead backwards. Yeah, you see how it keeps getting caught? That's okay, just grab it and pull it through. There we go. Just pull it through. Got caught. And just tighten it up. Then it sits straight. Then go back through the orange bead, going forward, and pull it through. There you go. Alrighty, we're gonna go through it again. Going, put your needle backwards through the white bead, going backwards. That. Then you're gonna go forward through the orange bead. There we go, like that. See? Okay. I recommend holding this so it don't get caught. There we go. And just tighten it up a little bit. There we go. See? Your first two rows are going to be different, how you put them on. And the rest are going to be the same, how you put them on. Alrighty. Now we got that straightened out. Okay, see? Look at that. Try and hold it in place because it's a lot easier. And don't let it get caught on this, where your hook is going to go, because it happened to me and I had to take it all the way back apart just to get that thread off, so, and then pull it tight so it would lay good. Otherwise, yeah. So just pay attention when you're doing it every time you put a bead. I know it's more time consuming, but it's well worth it in the end. See, like that. Then you just continue. Do the same step. That the bead that you're going to get on is, you can see here where, you know, you got to put your next bead. Then we'll come back when I'm all done. We'll see you soon. I'm done with that. I'm going to put my last black bead on that goes to the end. Which is going to go through that black bead below it, next to the orange. I'm going to go through that, pull it, pull that through, and I'm going to go back where I started from, just like you would do the other beads. Okay. Uh-oh. I want to keep it in place. Okay. lining up with the other beads. All right, now I want to go back through that black bead. And then I'm going to go through all them orange beads. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing, huh? Just go all the way down through as many as you can and pull. See, like that. Just go down all them orange beads, as many as you can, and pull. Don't pull it too tight. Make it flat, and then pull. Not too hard, because you don't want the beads to bunch up. No, no, no. You want them to look flat and pretty. Alrighty. But before we go any further, you got to count. Count how many beads to here. And then you're going to do the same for the other side. That way you know how many you're going to need to go across. So, I don't even bother with the black bead. I start with the white one, unless you're doing a solid color. I mean, you know, with the same color if you don't want the black border or border. But it don't matter. 22. The 23rd bead, I'm gonna start beading my fringe. So, we're gonna go down the 23rd bead. I'm not including the black one though. Alright, let me see. 1, 2, 22. 22 is right where this little gap is, right here. And we're going to start right here on that 23rd bead. So we're going to bring all this thread down. We're going to go through these orange beads all the way down to here. Always double check. I always triple check because me being blind. Yeah, so well, let's see here. And this gives it more, to be more sturdy, you know, more stiffness. Alrighty. And I do believe that's it. Okay. Alright, let's count again. I gotta hold it up, it's too far down for me. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Alright, now we got that. And so we're going to cut right over here to the 23rd bead. We're going to go that way because we need to loop it in. So the 23rd bead is right here. Right there. You're going to go that way. Okay. We're going to lay this down and pull it through. Okay. There we go. Now we're we're ready to start on our fringe. As you can see, you start with one. As you can see, you start with one. As you can see, you start with one bead, then two of the black beads, and then three of the white beads. And I have 8 of the orange for the little tassel. Some people use 6, but I thought 8 looked pretty. So, and then you just continue. And so how many across when you come down to here? So you got to count across from this side to that side. So 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, you got 16 of the fringes. So each side, they're going to be the same. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 and 8 is 16. So you're going to go from 1 to 8 on this side, and then 1 from 8 on this side. So the first one is going to be 1, 2, 3. The second one's going to be 2, 3, 4. And the third one, 3, 4, 5. And the fourth one, 4, 5, 6. And so on until you get to 8. And then you go backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty? Okay, let's get our beads set up. You don't want to put too many beads out, especially if you got cats like me. They will jump on the table and knock them down. I usually just start out with a little pile of each color. Get my orange beads out. Alrighty. There we go. Now we're going to start with 1, 2, and 3 first. I'm going to grab one orange. I'm going to grab one orange, 2 black, and 3 whites. Oh. Okay. 1 orange, 2 black, and 3 white. Then you're going to grab 8 of your orange once again for the tassel. There's your 8. Oops, lost one of mine. There's your 8 beads. Bring them all the way down. I gotta let my cats out. They want to go outside. Uh-oh. Now, to get that beads up there, you're gonna hold the orange beads and pull a little bit harder. There we go. See? There we go. There you go. Now we got our first row on of our fringe. Now you're going to go not through the way you came down, but you're going to go from behind. You're going to go up through that 23rd bead where you came down through it, where you came through it. You're going to go back through it again. And then you're going to go back through it and go through the next bead so you can start your other row. Alrighty. Okay. Smooth that. That way we can pull. Okay. There we go. Now we got our fringe, the first one done. I always like to start from the back. Alright, now we're going to go put 2 orange on now. 3 black, 2 orange, 3 black, 4 white, 8 orange. We're going to work our way back up to the white beads and then the other beads. Just go right back up them. The white beads, starting with the white beads. There we go. And pull. There we go. Your orange beads and then pull it to get it close. There we go. Now we're going to go behind it. See your threads on that side? And on that side. And I always hold the other beads out of the way because they will get tangled up and you don't want your thread to get tangled up with them. So I just hold them until I pull it through. There we go. See? Like that. I'll show you one more and then you'll be on your own to do yours, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how to weave it through, how I do it to end it. So now I'm getting 3 orange, 4 black, and 5 white. 3, 4, and 5 white. Five white, and then we get 8 orange. Going up them white beads, and the black beads, and the orange. Sometimes, you know, when you get to the more beads that you're putting on, you gotta just slide some through and then go through the rest. Alrighty. The needle's not long enough. Yeah, that's why you gotta watch, because the ones get caught, like I said. That's why I usually hold them. Alrighty, and then just hold your orange beads and pull. There we go. Sometimes they look stiff, so you just jiggle on them a little bit at the end. Give it a little pull. They'll come loose when you do that. A little bit. My end ones are a little stiff, but that's okay. Alrighty, now that we got 3 on, I'm gonna go and put the rest of them on. Go back through. Oh, I gotta take it out. I forgot to go through the second bead. The next bead to it. So I gotta take my needle off. It happens, but that's okay. I get a little excited sometimes when I'm beading. Not sometimes, but a lot of times, and I just want to hurry up and get my project done. Alright, now we got that second one on. And we went back. Now we got to go through the next bead that's right next to it. It's easier to hold your little fringes while you're pulling your thread through, because that way they don't get tangled up in there. Alright. There we go. Now we're ready for number 3. So 3 orange, 4 black, 4 black, 5 white, and 8 orange. Alrighty. Now we're going to go back up them white ones. And skip the orange. Go up the white, up the black ones. There we go. Hold your orange. Oops. Hold your orange ones. Pull. There we go. Now we're going to go back through. Go back through that white bead again. And pull it through. Hold your fringes that you already done, because you don't want the string to get caught in them. Okay. Oops. Here we go. There we go. All right. So I finished my last one. Now I'm gonna stick it through that end, and I'm gonna go through the rest of them from there and work my way back all the way to that end to secure them and make them feel firmer. Okay. Now I'm going to hold these though, because get them out of the way, because I don't want my string getting caught in them. Sometimes it's a pain to untangle, so it's best to hold them in place. That way they don't get tangled up. That won't be fun at all. All right, now I got them. And you just keep stringing it all the way down the white ones until you get to the end. Yeah, don't forget about holding the fringes, because that thread will catch on them. It'll be a mess sometimes to get it all untangled. Oh, we got a little tangle up here. That's okay. Just pull on it. There we go. Flat. Cool. And a good time to unravel your thread, because it is getting tangled up more. Alrighty. I'll take this to the end, even through the black bead. Now we're going to go through that orange bead right here and go that way. Let's push it through. And just keep doing it until you get to the other side. And pull it, lay it flat and pull it again. And then you can feel it's a lot firmer compared to over here. It's flimsy. But do hold your fringe though, because it will get caught. And just pull. There we go. Every time you do it, lay it flat and pull your thread. That way it's flat. There we go. All your threads there and pull. And then lay it down, flatten it out, and then pull again. and you go to the edge through the black bead. There we go. Now we're at the edge again, and then we'll go to the white, and then we'll work on the other white and the black. Just weave it through until you get to the other white when you're all done with the white on the outside. Alrighty, now we can flatten it down and then pull. Now we're going to weave it down the thread down to the white. Just go through the orange one. Like that. Go that way. Pull it. Now go to the white one below it. Go the opposite way. Flatten it out. Okay. Now I'm going to tie a knot, just one knot. Get as close as possible. Try not to let any string show. Make sure it's flat. Like that. See? We're going to cut it close, but leave some thread hanging out so you can burn it down. There we go, like that. You can also bend these down so not to burn them. And we're just gonna leave that part sticking up where we tied it and knotted it, and we're gonna burn it. There we go. And we'll just straighten it out. Flatten it out. And there you go. Now we got our earrings. We're all done. Alright, now that my earrings are done, I'm going to put the hooks on them. Like that. Make sure you put it on the right way, the front way. Always check to make sure you got it on the right way. I put that one on. These are the hooks I got. I got these at Joann Fabrics. They were like $3 and something. But yeah. What I do is, these don't work no more, they're all bent up, so I use these to stretch and to open up the eye a little bit. enough to get the hook through. Now, you got to make sure you got it on the right way. So this is the front and this is the hook. Going to the side is easier to put it on. There we go. Now we just get your pliers and hold that little ball there, and then get your pliers and just crimp it a little, enough to close it where it hits the post. There we go. There we go. We got our earrings. Well, thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you back soon again. And I'll be back at you with some more videos. Please like and subscribe and click the bell. You'll get notifications when I upload a new video. And I hope you enjoyed my video. Mama P, and we'll see you later. Thank you. Bye. Peace.